Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon.
Sorry we're late.
Yes, I am so sorry about that. I have a dog with special needs, and today has been a really hard morning. She's had a lot of issues this morning. So right before the life was about to start, I went upstairs where she was, and she was in a bit of a situation. So I had to, of course, take care of that first and make sure that she is okay, but now we're here and we have a lot to talk about. Lizzie, first, how are you?
I'm good. Not very well today, but I
Mm.
feel like I'm never very well at the moment. I had a call with the doctor earlier in the week. I've got medication, so hopefully I'm on the mend. I'm wearing my Spirit jersey that Laura got for me. Unfortunately, she's had
Yay!
to go because she's at Springs today, but she did say hello about 5 past and then she went to Springs. But
Aw.
so cute, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, I love that. I'm gonna make you full screen real quick.
So it's
I
the
love that.
there's like there's about 10 this year, but I went for the one that's a lot like the plushes that they've brought out this year. So,
Okay.
and it's my first proper Walt Disney World one. I usually have
Oh,
ones where it doesn't have the font. I've got a
yeah.
small world font and I've got the like Halloween candy font, but this one is actually the Walt Disney World font. Oh,
Ooh.
that hurt my voice a little bit then. I went all
Oh,
croaky.
it's the excitement.
Yeah. But how was your week, Mel? Up until today, of course.
I mean, I'm still okay. It's just sort of those things that, because my dog has so many different conditions, like it's something that, it just happens and you have to kind of get used to it. But no, not bad. I mean, the week went by pretty fast. Thank goodness. I was working from home this week and that I feel like that always presents a few challenges, but
Yeah.
it was good. And I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Good morning, McDorks, Michael and Christian. Park Pioneer, good morning. Jolly Holiday with Mary, good morning. Carrie, good afternoon to you. And who else do we have in the chat here? I know that Jody and Laura, I believe, were here earlier today. So,
Yeah.
thank you so much for stopping by. Yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for being here. We are so excited to have you. And we have tons of collectibles to talk about. Oh my gosh, I have like a little list right here because I was like, Lizzie, there's so much to talk about. So, Dominic, good afternoon.
How are you feeling, Dominic? I
I
know he's not
know.
very well.
I heard, yeah. Dominic, I hope that you're feeling better. And Carrie, I hope that you're doing okay as well. Lizzie, should we just jump right in?
Yep, of course. What are we starting with?
So if you want to touch base on Minnie Mouse main attraction real quick, that is going to be a huge one this week.
I know. It's the one that we've all been particularly worried about because obviously if you've gone through 11 months of collecting something, I mean you can see them all here. You don't want to miss the last one. I was on the phone to Park Pioneer last
Yeah.
night and Andy is going to try and get me the pins because my mum's working, so I've got to try and get my things by myself. And obviously, some things go out of stock quicker than others. So I thought if somebody else is also trying for my pins, then I should be okay. But I'm just so nervous. I mean, it isn't as popular as I was expecting it to be. Like,
Right.
a lot of people don't seem very happy with it, don't want to collect it if they're not collecting all 12. So I think we'll be okay. It's just you never know until the day, really, do you?
Yeah, I agree. And I actually haven't received my November pins just yet. I ordered them on Thanksgiving Day, that Thursday. So a little over
Oh,
a week ago. And I just checked my order on like Shop Disney because I feel like I order so much. It's kind of hard to keep track of what do I already have. So they're not here yet. You know what's crazy? Which I think we're going to talk about next. The child key.
yeah.
I ordered it November 23rd, which is when it was the pre-release or early release for Disney Visa card holders, and it's not here yet, which is insane. Uh,
Yeah, I mean, I personally think it's to do with Thanksgiving because obviously I sent you something. I don't know whether it's going to be in a video or anything, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But that took a long time to arrive. It took about a week and a half, didn't it? I
yeah,
mean, it's not a long time because usually they warn you at the post office that it could take up to a month, but lately things have been coming within a week. I'm still waiting for something from Jodie and Laura. It hasn't moved since last Sunday. It
wow.
seems to be having an extended holiday vacation in the middle of Florida. I don't blame it, but I would quite like my Christmas decoration to go on the tree. And there's a walt pin in there as well, which I believe Jolly Holiday with Mary also has, because I watched her video yesterday.
Oh, yeah. I was also looking here
That
at
seems
the chat.
terrible.
Yeah, Dominic, I do hope that you feel better. But yeah, I mean, I feel like shipping has been taking forever. I mean, the stuff that we send to each other got there fairly fast. If you think about like some stuff that's coming from
Yeah,
Shub Disney, which is within the US, that has taken a while. I mean, I can
yeah,
also imagine how Shop Disney is probably like they have so many orders for the holidays that they're probably just so backed
yeah.
up too.
I mean,
Um,
I I get a little bit Karen about things like this, because at the end of the day, if you know you've got a sale, you know you've got a Black Friday sale, I don't know, just hire more staff, offer overtime, something so that you can keep up with the deliveries, because, like, we generally get things within 3 to 5 days of ordering, but you guys can wait weeks. Like, the Inside Out Wishables took weeks to get to Delaware. I believe they are in Delaware now, so they should be with me before Christmas. But everything's just taking so much longer, and it's really avoidable. Like, there are steps you can take to avoid it taking this long.
I agree. I was kind of reading some of the comments in the chat. Carrie was saying that she's not really a fan of the fireworks in the ears for the Minnie Mouse Mini Attraction December set. And
Yeah,
then Mike Dorsch saying that they don't mind the concept, just not really a fan of the print. And is kind of under, I guess, a little underwhelming, a little under the expectations. But well, Joe is being positive. We like this. Definitely before Christmas.
yeah.
So,
We found out yesterday that the Walt Mickey plush was in Delaware. She sent me a picture. Oh no, it wasn't yesterday, it was Friday. So
mhm.
that should be with me before Christmas. I've chosen a shipping option that means it could take 20 days. And obviously with the post not, no post will be around Christmas Day. So maybe not. It might just be before New Year's, but I'm planning not to show it in a video until February. So I've got all the time in the world.
There you go. Um, so going on with some more news here. So the Aladdin Wishables finally came out.
Yes, and they are in fact Make-A-Wish wishables, which I really, really love. I mean, why can't they just make all wishables Make-A-Wish wishables? Because that makes sense with the name. And, you could just charge, maybe $2.50 more, and that $2.50 goes to Make-A-Wish. I'd be happy with that personally.
Yeah, no, I agree. But the crazy thing is that yeah, it seems like it took a while for them to like show up on the website. I mean, I do think that they're really cute though. I know we had seen them before here because Lizzie had a little sneak peek picture to show us. But I think they are really cute. I still think that out of these, probably my favorite is the carpet. What do you think, Lizzie?
Yeah.
Which one is your favorite out of these?
I still think the genie is my favourite. Like, I have
Okay.
been tempted just to ask Laura to get me just the genie, but because there's nothing else I want at the minute, I've kind of been like holding out. But yeah, I think the carpet's really cute. I think the lamp's quite cute when it doesn't look so croissant like, you said the other week.
Yeah.
But Aladdin just isn't one of my favourite films. I think the films that kind of came out just before I was born
hmm
don't really hit the same, apart from Pocahontas. Like, Pocahontas came out the year before I was born.
Okay.
So we had that on video and we played that a lot in the house. But I think because I'm a very obsessive person. My personality is once I want something, I'm obsessed with it. So I just watched Pocahontas and The Hunchback of Notre Dame all day, every day. So things like Aladdin, The Lion King, and stuff just don't mean as much to me.
I see. They don't have as much as like a they don't have as much of a connection with you.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Like, I don't know what it is, because I love the soundtrack, and Robin Williams is astounding. Like, I don't think anyone could have done that role as well as he did, and I think Will Smith proved that, unfortunately. But I did really like the live action, actually. Maybe because Jasmine got a song. I really liked Speechless. I liked that Jasmine finally got a voice in this version, and
I did like that. Yeah, I
that
did like
might be
that song
why I
too.
don't like Aladdin as much, because it's it's from a very different time. and she didn't like get a solo or anything. I didn't really like that.
I was reading Mary's Coven.
I'm so sorry.
Pocahontas came out in what, 95, was it? Or 96?
I thought it was 93. It might be 95 actually, yeah. So I would have been 1 when it came out.
So let's see. If it came out in 95, I'm pretty sure I was in 5th grade. Fifth to what? 5th to 6th grade. I was born in 84, so it's like what, 11? Mary,
Uh,
don't feel bad.
I'm
You're
so
so younger than
sorry.
me.
I just sent it to Joe as well. I mean, I don't know how old everybody is in the chat, but I might possibly be the youngest person.
Hey, it's all good.
We're all
Like,
young at heart, and that's all that matters.
yeah, you know how like they say on Mean Girls, you girls keep me young.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So like I said, we have so much to talk about, and I don't want to keep you guys here for an extended time. So maybe we should just jump in right into the next thing. So we actually got a preview of the December plush that Disney has been releasing on Amazon. The 23 members typically get a little sneak preview of what the plush is going to look like. So I know that McDorks, Christian and Michael, they have been collecting these plushies. I don't really have a whole lot of information on it that other than just the preview. I think it is really cute. I really like that Christmassy type pattern on his ears and his little body. I think it's so cute. There you go. Oh, McDorks was like, can't wait. What do you think, Lizzie, about this specific design? I know they have had some really cute designs all year.
I hate to be that British person that doesn't like tartan, but I really don't like tartan. So like I like that it's got Christmassy vibes, but it just doesn't like hit the same for me as that special Walt one did. I mean, I haven't collected any of these just because of the sheer costs incurred of getting them to the UK. I think my Walt one altogether has cost about $90 to get here.
Oh wow.
So, but he's worth it. Like I couldn't do it with 12. I remember when I got the January Donald Duck from Shanghai, that cost me about £60. So about $75 roughly, and I just can't justify it when it's that much monthly. At least the minis are just $27.50
Right.
plus postage if I have to pay postage. Sometimes I get everything in one go and postage is free. But you
Yeah.
just have to weigh up sometimes, don't you? Like the costs involved of collecting a certain set. Like we've talked about this when you collect your pins, like when you get all of them in one go because you've had to get them from the store or something, it costs so much. Whereas you're spreading the cost when it's monthly, but this is just a bit too much.
Yeah, I see that, McDorks, they're all over, this. I know they know. So this is coming out tomorrow, Monday, at 12 p.m. Eastern, so 9 a.m. Pacific. They're saying, Lizzie, get the mini version. I didn't really know
I
they had
was
like a mini
so
version of it.
tempted. Yeah, Park Pioneers bought it. It's a set of all 12 of them. I think it's $125. But the
Mini
problem
plushies?
is, yeah,
Oh,
the problem is that there will be like it will be in such a big box that to get it shipped here would be astronomical, most likely. Yeah, Park Pioneer said about $250. I mean,
wow.
I, I could
I
use
mean,
some Disneyland Paris money, but I'm trying not to be honest.
I got you. I mean, I think these are cute. I haven't, I'm not really a plush collector. The only plush that I really considered getting was the one that you got recently, Mickey dress as Walt,
Yeah.
just because, it's so special. It's because it incorporates kind of both, Mickey and Walt into one, similar to the Funko Pop that we just got recently. I think that the one plush was really cute. And let me see. I don't think I have any pictures of the Funko here. Let me go ahead and see if I can. Well,
It
I'm
was
sure by now
on
we've
his
seen this
story,
Funko Pop.
wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see if I can find a picture real quick. I know that, it's been all over Instagram. There's been so much going on with this pop. I mean, it's been like all over, like dis.poms and all these other different places. They said it was going to come out on December the 5th. Then it said that it was going to come out on December 7th. And it is supposed to come out at the parks and in stores on Monday, tomorrow. But oh my goodness, this I think this pop is absolutely adorable. And even though I am more of a pin collector than a pop collector, I do collect some pops, but this was one that I really wanted because just like that other plush we were talking about, it just really to me, this is Disney to me. It's Walt with Mickey and the castle. I mean, this is such a gorgeous pop. Lizzie, your thoughts on this?
Well, obviously, I get a little choked up every time I say this because I called this. I can't remember what month it was. It was probably about episode 3. We had Josh Goes to Disney on, and I said, I want a Walt Funko Pop. Josh said they probably wouldn't do it because it would be so difficult to get Walt right. But I think he's been done really, really well. These days, it's not difficult to make a Funko Pop look like them. I think now that they've got eyebrows, they look a lot better. I'd just like to thank Park Pioneer for getting mine, and also McDork's managed to get me one. So hopefully they can hook someone else up. And Maria also got me one, which has helped out Jolly Holiday with Mary. So it was a real team effort to get it yesterday.
Absolutely. And I feel like this release had so many people on edge, because we just didn't know. And I
Yeah.
actually checked on the Funko app the trending value, and as of yesterday afternoon, it was $280 the trending value on this pop.
I
Now,
think that's gone down because Luke Antunes sent it to me a couple of months ago and it said 350.
oh, really? Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
just the anticipation for I'm actually looking up the Funko app right now, just kind of see what the trending value is for that now. But I know that on eBay it has sold for more than $280.
Yeah, I saw
So
it for about 500 at one point. I don't know whether it's
really,
sold, but the thing is, I suppose value changes when you don't know how many they're going to sell. I mean, they haven't actually sold all of these yet. I saw that Monday through Wednesday, it's reservation only in Disneyland.
yes, I
That's
saw that.
probably due to the stay-at-home orders. You've got to do it as like you reserve it and then you go and pick it up. You don't actually go shopping. Um, but they've obviously got a lot if they were able to put it on the website and release it in the parks tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
in
I
the
think
in the
it might
stores
come to the
too.
UK. I'm not 100%, but I went on this morning because I was putting some things in my favourites ahead of a release we've got tomorrow that I think we're
Mhm.
going to talk about in a bit. And we've got the Jungle Cruise pop now. So very, very delayed, but will we get this? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm looking at Michael's comment. I have not seen this gingerbread Funko Pop of Mickey and Minnie.
I have seen a picture of it where it's kind of like it's not actually a picture of the pop, it's kind of like just a drawing of how it's gonna look. It's a
Okay.
very 2D drawing of it.
Okay.
But a website in the UK that I don't trust very much, but
Okay.
the Pop Toys have bought some for pre-order. But I've had trouble with them cancelling my orders before, so I won't be ordering it from them.
I am actually going right now on the Funko website just to see if I see it here. But hold on, they just sent it to me on Instagram. I gotta show this. I have not seen this. Oh my goodness. Let me see. Oh, okay, perfect. So this is on dis.pop. So I'm gonna luckily I'm already there. I love how, we are talking about all these collectibles and we can just kind of find out about these things together. So I'm just scrolling down here, see if I can just share this picture with everybody because it'll look nicer if I show it like this rather than on my phone. Ah, I think I found it. Oh my goodness.
They are so adorable.
These are so cute. Oh my
That's
gosh.
the weird chicken noodle thing, though.
Oh my gosh, these are so cute. Oh my goodness. So, did these already go on sale?
I'm not 100% sure, um,
Let's
because I
see.
haven't actually seen them for sale anywhere, like, reputable. But these kind of things don't tend to come to the UK, like, That Halloween box that I talked about a while ago, I had to
Mhm.
get that from the US Amazon. It never came to the UK Amazon. It's just very, very exclusive.
Oh, here we go. There's more. Oh, these are so cute. This is the post that Michael sent me. So there's
That's so
Mickey
cute.
and Minnie and the
The
noodles.
the chicken cup and noodle what? I don't understand why they're all in the same post together.
Yeah, I don't know. But these are just so adorable. Oh my gosh.
I
I
love that they're like 3D but 2D, if that makes sense.
oh wow, McDorrick says sold out but took a while. Oh, I see. So then this yeah, they were released all at the same time, they're saying. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness, so this was like a couple days ago, right? From what I'm seeing in the post, because this post was from 2 days ago. And it said that it was going to be available at 11 Pacific, limit 2 on the per household on the Funko website. Well, I did not know about this.
I
Um,
would have bought those if I'd known about them.
yeah, I didn't know about these. I think I probably would have bought those too because I don't know about the noodles. Um,
Poor noodles.
but like the Mickey and Minnie are extremely adorable. So yeah, there goes that. Okay, so it was part of a weekly drop. Okay, you see, McDor's in the house, giving us all the Funko news.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you
Okay.
need to know Funko news, you've gotta go to those guys.
Oh, absolutely. You know, McDorks, they're always, they always know the latest when it comes to like Funko news, and they really like their Disney. So yep, I did not know anything about this. So definitely, I'm gonna have to ask them for the latest on like Disney Funko news because I didn't know about this. But with that said, we had another surprise release this week. It wasn't Funkos, but pins. I don't know if you saw this, Lizzie. On Friday, El Capitan in California had a surprise release online. Let me see if I can share my screen real quick and bear with me here. It was actually a holiday bundle. I just happened to get lucky with it, and I was in like group chat, and they were talking about it, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, what is that?" So this is the holiday pin bundle that El Capitan slash Disney Studio Store Hollywood released on Friday. So,
Oh,
um, typically these queues for Disney Studio Store Hollywood are on the Facebook page, and it's crazy because if you guys have done the Disney Studio Store Hollywood pin queues, like you wait for a while and then you're like number 4,000 in line. Like it's crazy. So it's funny because I had Dirk do it on his phone and I did it on my phone at the same time. Luckily, when Dirk got in, he was like number 850 and I was like 3,400. And I'm like, well, Dirk, sounds like your number is way better than mine. So this was the first bundle. It was $85. It had a popcorn bucket, which I think this one is super cute. The one that we had last year looked similar to this, but the tree was green instead of white. And then we had these three LE400 pins as part of the bundle. I think the popcorn bucket by itself would probably be about $25. And then we have Marie, the Cheshire Cat, and Nick Wilde from Zootopia. So this was the first bundle they had. The second bundle was this one, the Winter Pin Bundle. It had the alien bucket. It also has had Mickey Mouse, classic Mickey with little antlers here, LE400. It had Jack Skellington, also LE400, and Stitch LE400 as well. So we managed to get this pin bundle because the other one with the Marie pin sold out right away. So with this said, actually my friend Natalie is gonna buy it from me. The one that I am gonna keep is Mickey, but she collects Jack. Her husband collects Stitch, and I don't really collect Alien, so she's gonna get all these three from me, and then I'll keep Mickey. But when you got into this special online queue on Friday, both popcorn buckets, this one, the little tray, and the alien, you could also purchase separately. So we ended up getting the spin bundle and also the other popcorn bucket. The only thing about this is that shipping on these online DSSH releases is outrageous. Shipping for this was $25.
I
Like,
suppose it's because of the popcorn bucket, but I still think that's way too high.
yeah, I feel like their shipping is always very expensive. When they just do the pins, the regular DSSH pin online releases, shipping is pricey, but $25 seems like a little much. I mean, I get it. I can see how, with the popcorn buckets, but still, that was so expensive. Um, so yeah. Dominic saying that Cheshire Cat has given him the creeps. um, yeah, I mean, I think it's cool they did this. I don't know how um like I don't know how often they do these releases. They just kind of like it just kind of happen, and I don't know how far in advance they had said that this was gonna drop. I just happened to hear about it maybe like 5 minutes before it was dropping, so I started sending like the links out. I sent it to Luke. I sent it to I sent it to like a couple of people, and I think I posted it on Instagram too as soon as I saw. But yeah, these online releases are typically kind of stressful because yeah. The pin guys. Good morning, guys. Thanks so much for being here. That's over 20% more to the purchase price. Yikes. Oh, and then Park Pioneers like, wow, $25 is so cheap. I can see where I can see why you're saying that, Joe.
Yeah,
um,
we're like paying like hundreds.
yeah, I mean, I feel like international shipping is just really expensive. Like, I went to the post office yesterday and I sent a small package to a friend that lives in Australia. This box was literally the size of a Funko box because what I used was one of these like Funko boxes to send her like a little something there. That
Yeah.
cost me $17.
Yeah. I
It's a
mean,
tiny little box.
I had a similar thing. I sent McDorks a Christmas card in a bubble mailer with some chocolates, and it
Mhm.
cost like $15, like the equivalent of $15. I was like, but it's worth about $5.
Oh, I know. When I sent you the wishable with, by the way, thank you so much. I already have it. When I sent you yours, yeah, it cost me, I think it's like what, $14. And I'm like, this costs more than the wishable. And like this is literally a bubble mailer that weighs like nothing. But again, it is overseas. So good morning, Mary. Thank you so much for joining us. Mary is in Disney right now, if I'm not mistaken, or she was this weekend. So I am so jelly. But yes, we did have this surprise release. Now, Lizzie, out of these two bundles, I am thinking that you're probably leaning more towards the one with the green alien.
Yeah, definitely. I do love the Aristocats, but I usually only care for things that are Toulouse and Berlioz. I do like the popcorn bucket, the Mickey and Minnie popcorn bucket, but I wouldn't need any of those 3 pins. So I would lean more towards the other one. But it's difficult for me because I'd prefer the Mickey and Minnie popcorn bucket, but I prefer the pins from the Alien bundle.
I agree. Maybe they did it that way on purpose. But
Yeah,
you know what?
definitely.
I don't collect Marie or Aristocats, but I know that this Marie pin would be an amazing trader because I feel like people love Aristocats. So this would be a great trader. And I think
Yeah,
Nick Wild
definitely.
too, because I feel like there's not a lot of like Zootopia pins out there, especially of like Nick by himself, because if anything, you see a lot of like Judy Hopps. Um, and with this bundle, I mean, again, nothing really that I collect, but I really like that Mickey Mouse pin, so I am gonna keep that one. So yeah, this was another one of those. Oh, guess what? This is coming out. So, but luckily, I was able to catch it, even though these queues are like really random because you could have been waiting, like I was, for the queue to open up and be like, guess what? You're number 5,000. It's like, well, why? I was literally waiting like 2 minutes before, but
How does that work then? Are you like entered into a lottery the second the queue opens up or something, and then that
um,
determines the number in the queue?
I forget with these DSSH releases. I don't know if it's like a lottery or if it's just kind of like whomever like goes in first, kind of like a waiting line. But I don't know. I mean, sounds like it. Dirk and I went in at the same time. He got 850. I got 3,400. It's funny because I told Mary about the queue, and Mary got in, and her and I got similar numbers, and we were like the 3,000s, 4,000s. But talking about pins, let's see here. Talking about pins, we also had a Soul pin set come out this past Tuesday. Now, Soul, that's a movie that you're looking forward to watching, right, Lizzie?
Yeah, definitely. It comes out Christmas Day here. I think the pin set is still available in the UK if it's the one I'm thinking of.
Let me go ahead and pull it
Um,
up here.
because I noticed it this morning. It was about £40.
Here we go.
I'm really looking forward to it, but like our merch came and then went, and then it's come back again because I've got the Joe Gardner Soul plush, and I wanted to get the Soul 22 plush. Yeah, this
Uh,
is still available in the UK if any of my UK people want to get on this pin set. But we haven't got the Christmas decoration. There's a Christmas decoration that It's Always Sunny got, and it's like Joe playing the piano, and we haven't got that, and I'm heartbroken because I really
oh.
wanted that decoration.
Oh, yeah. Like I did see that they're coming out with a lot of Soul merch. I know that they recently came out with a Funko Pop as well, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I've got the Funko Pop as well, actually.
So Dominic has a question for us. Would you rather have to isolate with Professor Radigan, or all the seven dwarfs? Oh,
Seven Dwarfs without a shadow of a doubt.
yeah. I'm like, well, I mean, the seven dwarfs, and I'm thinking, well, all their different personalities. But you know what? Snow White lived with them. She was fine. And they were helpful around the house. So yeah, seven dwarfs. I agree with you on that one. But
I feel like I already live with Grumpy and Happy. My mum would be happy and my dad would be grumpy.
oh my
I'm
god.
probably sleepy. I would say that my dog's sleepy.
Oh, I love it. I'm trying to think, who do I live with? Well, Einstein can be a little grumpy sometimes. Goldie, maybe she's sleepy. Those are my dogs. So, yeah. Oh my goodness. And I'm trying not to keep you guys here all morning because we still have so many other things to talk about. So I want to try to talk about everything real quick. Oh, Carrie has a question for you, Lizzie. She says, "Do you have a Roger Rabbit plush?" Actually, yes, Lizzie. Do you?
I actually do.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know where it is. It doesn't actually belong to me. It's my mum's.
Oh,
She
okay.
got it in 1989. That was the first time my mum and dad went to Florida. It was the year they met. And she's got
Aw.
this Roger Rabbit, and he's got these little like sticky things so that he can stick to a car window.
Okay.
And I used to love him because like my nan's had like a conservatory, so what I used to do was like stick the hands on him and like make him look like he was scaling a building, which was ridiculous. He's somewhere, I don't know where, but I've recently been finding like all of my old plushes. I've got an old Elliot from Pete's Dragon. He's just like a little thing. He's my mum's as well. I just seem to steal all my mum's plushes and say they're mine. But I do have a Roger Rabbit somewhere.
Um, well, you know what they say, sharing is caring.
Exactly.
Um, with that said, we also this week on Thursday, Loungefly released its December pin flyer. So there's a lot of really cute pins there. So let me go ahead and share that as well. Like I've told you guys before, I use my Instagram just to kind of keep up with the news. Not only do I share them, but it helps me kind of like remember what's coming out. So here is the December flyer. And we have the Aristocats. We have that pin coming out. All pins launch at 9 a.m. Pacific. It looks like on December 8th. So this is this Tuesday. We're going to get that Aristocats 50th anniversary sliding pin. I think it's so cute. I really like the colors and how they're on the little piano. And like I said, I'm not an Aristocats collector, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty popular. It is a large LE size, 2500, so it'll make it more accessible, to collectors. And then on the 15th, we're gonna have the Disney classic, like Christmas crest. Okay, Christmas Disney classic. There we go. So we have this little tree here, and then we have Mickey and Minnie holding a looks like a Pluto inside a box, like he's like this big present. Super cute, LE 2500 as well. And then Buddy the Elf. Oh my gosh, that is too funny. It is not Disney, but it's pretty funny. It's LE 900. And then on the 22nd, Lizzie, when I saw this pin, I thought of you. It is
I
an
know.
up
It
hinge
breaks my
pin.
heart that I won't be able to get it because I can never get Loungefly pins ever.
This is well, let me know if you want, I can try to get it for you. These pins, they I feel like lately the Loungefly pins have been lasting a little longer on their website, especially these pins that have the bigger edition sizes. So if you want me to try to snag one for you, remind me because on the 22nd, it's a busy day for me. You know where I'm going. So,
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah. I
so
was like, what?
yeah, well, you guys know. So leaving it all mysterious here. So 22nd is my travel day to Disney World. So I'm pretty excited about this. So remind me, this pin should be coming out at 12 p.m. Eastern. So remind me so I can try to grab that for you. And then on the 29th, we have the child. This is so cute, LE 2500 as well. Lizzie, what are your thoughts on all of these pins? And I already know that top priority for you is up.
I just really, really love like they've never done one like this where you see the house as it was when they purchased it. Like they buy it like the way it is when it's closed, and then when it's open, that's how they've done it up. And I just think that's a really, really lovely pin. I mean, I've got no room on my board for it, but I do need a bigger board anyway. So whatever, I will just use that as an excuse to get a bigger board. I also really love the Elf one because Elf doesn't get as much merchandise as you would think it does. I watched a documentary in the week actually about the making of Elf, and they were like, it's almost 20 years old. And I went, what? Because I'm 26 now, and I feel really, really old that that film is like 17 years old already.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's crazy that it doesn't feel like it came out that long ago.
No, like apparently that launched Will Ferrell's film career. I was like, no, he's been in plenty of things before that. Elf came out like a year ago.
Wow, that's crazy. But yeah, I mean, all these like movies that are having, their anniversaries. I feel like Tangled just literally came out and it's been already 10 years.
I
And
know.
and same with, I do remember being little when Beauty and the Beast came out, but to think it's gonna be 30 years next year, that it's like
I
that's
mean, if we want to think of the worst one, Monsters Inc. is 20 years old next year.
oh my gosh.
Like,
Yeah.
have I really been obsessed with this big blue monster for 20 years already?
Oh, well, he is amazing. He's just super cute. Just like when Casper, he's like the friendly ghost, and Sully is like the friendly monster.
I also really love the Christmas tree pin. Obviously, I love the Aristocats pin because I've literally just said that I like things that have Toulouse and Berlioz on.
Yeah.
And the child, like, those are my favourite scenes when he's like fiddling with things in the ship. Like, it's just a naughty child. You tell them that they can't mess, so they mess more, probably.
I know. And that reminds me, have you been watching The Mandalorian?
I have, but I haven't watched this week, so everyone needs to not tell me what happens.
Okay. So, but you watched the one before with Ahsoka?
Yes, I did. I know of her because I read the autobiography of the lady that voiced her in the Clone Wars, which, funnily enough, is Muffy from That's So Raven. But I haven't actually watched the Clone Wars, so I don't really know a lot about her character. So I need to go and watch the Clone Wars now.
Yeah, still have a ton of Star Wars movies to watch, but it was pretty interesting to actually hear the child's real name. So I'm not
Yeah.
gonna say it in case, someone in the chat hasn't seen it. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But I was expecting something like similar to Yoda or something like that.
Yeah. I don't know what I was expecting because I didn't think they'd give him a name yet because I assumed he'd have to be talking first. But I just really like it whenever like Mando says his name and he does this like little squeak that's like, yep, that's me. I just
I
think it's absolutely
know.
adorable.
Me too. I love it. And how like Mando says it a couple times, like just trying it out. It's like, yep. Oh my gosh. Yeah, he is absolutely adorable. Because the child he's supposed to really be what, like 50 years old or something?
Yeah, I think it's 50. Because isn't Yoda like 950 or something?
Oh, I don't know. Well, it looks like my chat froze on StreamYard, so it won't let me highlight comments. Um, I see that I saw it on my see I have my phone up too. Carrie's
Yeah.
asking, what do you think next year's monthly collection will be? Ooh.
I think it would be something Pixar maybe because they haven't done a monthly collection for Pixar yet.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Although I feel like we touched on this a couple lives ago, maybe a couple streams ago. I think that if it's Pixar, I might not want to collect it. I think that if they keep it with some of the main characters like Mickey and Minnie, or I think out of the Fab Five, really my favorites are just Mickey and Minnie. If they did something
Yeah.
like that, I would still, would want to get it. If they did something with the princesses, maybe just really depends. Like I collected the Disney Wisdom just because I don't know, I'm obsessed with these Sharp Disney collections. But I mean, looking back, it's not something that maybe I should have collected because I don't really have any connection to any of the characters aside from the month where we did Beauty and the Beast, where it was like Lumiere and stuff. So looking back to that one, maybe I shouldn't have collected that one. So we'll see what comes out. Typically, the last week of December, which is what they've been doing, they do like these little sneak peeks, like around like December 31st or so. Like they'll do like a little sneak peek of like last year when they were teasing about
Yeah.
Minnie Mouse main attraction. So we'll see. We'll see. I'm really curious. If it's Pixar, I don't think will be collecting that one. And good morning, LJ. Thanks so much for joining us. And then I see that the pin guys are saying the last Minnie Mouse main attraction merch pass is in 2 days. Oh my goodness. Yes, it's definitely going to be, as usual, a little stressful to see if we're able to get the items. Now,
Do
talking about,
you
oh, go
do
ahead.
you yet know when it's going to go on general release? I mean, it's usually about a week later, but they don't tend to tell you until you get that email to say you're unsuccessful, do they?
Yeah, like it's funny because they used to not do that earlier in the year. Like you would just not get an email, be like, guess I didn't get picked. But now it's like I think the last maybe like 2 or 3 releases, they actually send you an email. We're sorry, you didn't get picked. You'll have your chance again on X date when they become available to the public. So yeah, I don't think we'll know until we get that dreaded email saying like, guess what? You did not get picked.
Well,
So
fingers crossed you don't get that email this year.
I know.
This
Well,
month,
hopefully,
rather.
yes, hopefully I get one saying like, guess what? You got the pins. Because honestly, that's really all I want. And maybe the ears, we'll see. Because I have been getting some of the ears. I think I have about maybe like half of the ears that had come out this year. So we'll see what happens with that. But talking about releases that are chaotic through Shop Disney. Yesterday we had the new Disney castle pin, which featured Rapunzel's castle. I think the colors on this are really cute. I really like that baby pink that they use for the backer card. I think it looks
Yeah,
really pretty, and I just think this is just a really pretty pin. But it's interesting that they went with this actual castle because when I think Rapunzel and Tangled, I think of the tower instead.
yeah. I am really debating getting the ornament because the UK doesn't get this collection until I want to say the 16th. I feel like it's the 16th. So I do have time to like think about it. And have a talk with my bank account, see if there's money in the account to buy it by then.
I
But
know.
I am really tempted because Tangled is one of my favorite Disney films. She's my favourite princess. I've got this gorgeous tradition of Rapunzel and Flynn on their wedding day, and I just
Oh.
absolutely love it. So I think that the ornament would go really nicely, but they're like £22, and it's a lot of money for something that I can't see in person first because I'm a bit funny with things like that.
Yeah, I am. And again, guys, my apologies. The chat on my stream yet froze, so it won't let me highlight any comments. But good morning, Nick from Disney Merch. Thanks so much for joining us. And yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think of the tower every time I think of Tangled and Rapunzel, not necessarily the castle. So this is like a cool like spin on like Rapunzel where you actually get to see, this castle instead. So really, really cool. But this is one of I feel like the Disney Castle collection, the one item that has been really popular every month has been the ornament. And then some of the
Yeah.
other items, like I think the pin is probably about the second or third item to like sell out. Um, but I think that the ornaments have been just so popular. I only have one of the ornaments from the Disney Castle collection. I was able to get the Snow White ornament, and I already put it on my tray. And I actually ordered the Rapunzel Castle ornament as well because I just think it's really cute.
Oh,
The one that I know that my bank account is gonna hate me. It's gonna be like, girl, we're not talking anymore. Is when the Beauty and the Beast collection drops because I want everything. Maybe not everything, but most of it. I would love to have the figurine. I know that one is more on the expensive side, and of
yeah.
course the castle ornament and the pin. At least I want those three items from the Beauty and the Beast set, but yeah, this one's really really pretty. So yeah, Lizzie, definitely let me know what you end up getting from this. If you get the pin or if you get the ornament.
Yeah, I don't think I'll get the pin because I don't really know where I'd display it, to be honest. Like, I feel like just putting it on a random board wouldn't do it justice because I don't have the case. I think I've talked about it before. I did really want to collect the decorations, but the problem with it being in the midst of Minnie as well, I just didn't feel like I could commit to that financially. And you know what I'm like, once I start a collection, I've got to finish the collection. But I
Oh,
think if
I
I could
know.
at least just get the Rapunzel one and the Beauty and the Beast one. I did say last week I might get the Merida one as well because I can't even remember what the castle looks like in Brave, but given that it's set in Scotland, it's going to look like the castles that, we've got in this country. Like, I can literally see a castle out of my bedroom window.
Oh my gosh, I would love that. It's one of those things where I told Dirk, if you guys don't know who Dirk is, that's my husband. So I'm like, I would love to go to like one of these castles, either in Ireland or I know that over there, there's so many castles. Let's see if you can see a castle out your window. I must stop there too, and then we can hang out and go eat somewhere and tell them that it is your birthday. Um, like we have planned. That's our plan, you guys. Whenever Lizzie and I get to finally hang out in person and go out to dinner or lunch or something, the plan is to tell them it's her birthday. So everybody sings and she gets free dessert, and then it could just be party time.
Yeah, just we won't go to TGI Fridays because they are so embarrassing when they sing happy birthday to people. Before lockdown happened, we did it to Joe, my boyfriend, and his face, he was so embarrassed. He was like, I can't believe you've done this to me. I was like, oh, we had to.
Oh my gosh. I believe there's a place here called Texas Roadhouse. I think it's either there or Joe's Crab Shack. I think it's Texas Roadhouse. It's gotta be Texas Roadhouse. I believe they come out with like a little saddle and everything because the theme is kind of Western, and that would be pretty embarrassing. But I mean, it's so cool. It's all in good fun, and they have this place called Joe's Crab Shack where they do like this little dance and everything, and then everybody claps. And I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot of places that we can go to that could be embarrassing, but girl, I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. We can say it's my birthday too, and just have a good time. But I think that's super fun. But I'm kind of going through my list here and see if there's anything else that we kind of missed on. There's one thing that Disney Pins Blog shared that I actually shared on my Instagram too, because I thought it was kind of cool. I don't live in California, but people like, for example, Luke, maybe could take advantage of this. So this was an exclusive California resident offer, Toys for Tots. This was through basically DSSH. So it looks like it was some sort of online release. It's going to be good from December 1st to December 19th. And then, they'll donate to Toys for Tots and whatnot. So these are the pins that were available for this. We have Baymax, Briar Rose, Aurora, Judy Hobbs, and Mickey Mouse. I tried opening the website last night to see if it would open up for me, but it didn't. That link that you see there, DisneyURL.com/DSSH TFT 2020. I now that I see TFT, I think I put shift, and that's probably why it didn't open for me. I was trying to open the website to kind of see what it looked like, but I mean, nonetheless, it's not something that I could get since I don't live in California. But I think that's a really cool thing that they did for Toys for Tots. It's really a cool thing between Disney and the Toys for Tots, 'cause it's just a really noble cause just to try to bring toys and stuff for kids. I think it's just really cool. But I think that other than that, we pretty much covered all the pin news and everything that we want to talk about today. Are we missing anything, Lizzie?
The UK has just got the child key tomorrow. Not 100% sure whether we've got the key pin, but I'm gonna put in my basket what I want to qualify for the key. You just have to spend £20, and then there's a code. I haven't checked what the code is yet. I don't usually check till tomorrow morning. But then I'll just try and find the pin, and then if there is a pin, I'll get the pin. But I'm not too worried as long as I get the key.
Yeah, definitely. My chat started working, of course. So I wanted to start highlighting comments as soon as I saw that. Yeah, I am a little nervous because, like I said, I haven't gotten my key or key pin just yet. And I went to my Disney store recently, and I saw them there. And I'm like, nah, I don't need to get them. Mine is coming in the mail. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah,
It's been a
I
little
get
bit.
really worried when until it's with me, I'm not satisfied that I've got it yet, because they could cancel the order, it could get lost. I mean, I had some good karma with the Fantasia key. I ordered one. I literally ordered one. A week later, I put another order in, and another Fantasia key appeared, which is a bit strange, but I'm hoping that doesn't mean that something bad happens to the child key to, restore the universe or whatever.
Oh my goodness. Well, hopefully not. I just think that during the holidays, a lot of places, that their shipping gets delayed because it's the holidays, and USPS or the postal service for you. I'm assuming they get really congested and busy during the holidays. So I think that's also
Yeah,
being part of the.
there's a warning at the minute that things are taking longer. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I sent something to Park Pioneer on Saturday, and I'm hoping it'll be there by Tuesday, but if not, it could be there by Friday. And we've got a box swap towards the end of the month, so I'm trying to factor in the fact that the post service is going to take a long time. So I sent it early. To answer Kerry's question, I think I'm going to get the child plush where he's in the little crib thing. I thought it was scary when I saw it in person, but it's really grown on me, and I thought it would make a cute plush review, because I feel like after Sully's and Pua's, the thing I collect the most now is the child plushes.
Okay. Aw, we went to box lunch yesterday. No, hold on. We went to box lunch, but we went to, oh my goodness, FYE. FYE stands for your entertainment. It's like
Okay.
a little, they sell like just random things, really. So I went there, and they had this like the child like figurine. It kind of looked like plasticky, and I said like vibrate. So as I walked past it, all I heard was a bzzz, and I'm like, what the heck is that? So when I looked, I'm like, I don't know. They've been coming out with so many different like the child like
Yeah.
items like merchandise. I was gonna take a picture of it. I forgot. If I go back, I'm sure they'll still have some. 'Cause they had a table like just covered with all these
Yeah.
like little the child like little plasticky figurines. I don't know, they were not that cute, and that buzzing to me seemed annoying, and it
Yeah.
wasn't really moving much. All I heard was bzzz, and I'm like, mm.
I've been doing some research into the animatronic ones, because there's 3 that you can get, and I've been watching YouTube videos on them because they're a lot of money. I don't want to buy one and find out that it was the worst one I could have picked out of the 3. And because they move, because they've got like wheels, they make a horrible noise. And I'm like, no, I just want it to gurgle and giggle. I don't want it to go every time it moves.
I
That's
love
my
it.
impression.
I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, I gotta show you. Look what finally got here. Okay, so I'm just gonna grab it, have it on my table here. Just reaching for it. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy to finally get this after arguing with Amazon a little bit.
Oh, I know what it is now. Yay!
Oh my gosh, like I was so heartbroken when they had canceled my order and I'm like, what on earth is going on? I pre-ordered this like months ago. What? But it's here. I literally had to put another order. It's whatever. But I think this is such a cute pin. It was $25. It's just basically the pins that we get on Tuesdays from Loungefly. They're all box pins like this, pretty much. And I think Loungefly has been doing a really good job with these pins. Loungefly right here. And this is for the 65th anniversary of Disneyland. And I really like this. As you can see, I just got it. It's still in like the little baggie. But let's see, I'm horrible at showing this here. I love that it's like sparkly.
That is so cute.
Oh my goodness, I really like it. And you know that I love my castles. So
It's
I
gone
love
quite quickly though, hasn't it? I mean, you rang Amazon after the stream last week and they were like, oh yeah, we've cancelled it. So you ordered another one and
I
it's
did.
arrived. I don't see why they just cancelled your other order. They could have just sent the pin.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Same thing happened with my brakes. I don't know if I told you guys. I ordered brakes through Amazon and then only one of my brakes showed up and I'm like, I need front and back brakes. But long story short, I reordered them last week and then it got here fairly early, which I was pretty happy about. So I got this and then I got my brakes. But I am really happy about this pin because I really like how it just really showcases the castle and it's a really nice size. And I really like the sparkly background. I think it's so pretty. And they're pretty large. Like it's like about the size of my finger. So it's a really nice pin. I see back there's like, oh my God, we have ours. Yes. Oh, we also use those boxes for pops. Oh, pop pins. Okay, I was like, pops? Didn't get, Melissa Reid. Oh, okay, that's cool. But
I'm
oh my God,
interested in how that up pin would work if it's in that. Like, can you like open it so that you could like use the hinge kind of thing? Like, does the front lift off like a box?
from the up pin.
Like
Oh,
you said that all of the Loungefly pins
they
come in that box.
typically, yeah,
So
they
yeah.
typically look like this. So they just let me see. It's gonna open like that.
Okay. Yeah, because if it's got like a hinge element, like you need to be able to
Protect
open
it.
it, don't you? Yeah.
Well, that too, yeah, but I'm sure it'll probably look like this. So, yeah, but I'll make sure to like obviously, wrap it real good for you. And just put it in like a little box. And I'll be sending that to you after I come back. So it'll be
Yeah.
sometime in January.
Do they
But
usually ship out right away anyway? Because I thought they were usually like
it depends.
delayed a bit.
Sometimes they'll ship within a week.
I
Sometimes
mean,
like a
with
week and a half.
Christmas coming out on the 22nd, I can't imagine them sending it till about the 27th anyway.
Okay, so LJ, this comment is for you, Lizzie. Lizzie, I was there a lot of Europe and the UK a couple years ago. Back, I can't read. You've been a sleeper fan.
Yeah,
Oh,
we've been talking in the chat about how like wherever there's like a hilly area, there appears to be a castle. Like where I live is one of like the highest parts in our general area, so we've got a castle. Birmingham doesn't have a castle because it's quite low down. I love Warwick Castle as well. Like you used to have an annual pass for Warwick Castle.
oh my gosh! I love castles. The closest thing to that is in Puerto Rico. They have forts for when the Spaniards were in Puerto Rico, like in the
Oh,
1800s. 1700, 1800s. So the forts are still there. So I think that's actually pretty cool. And then they kind of look like castles. Like actually, when we do, Pirates of the Caribbean,
yeah,
El
yeah.
Moro, that's it. That's in Puerto Rico.
Oh,
Like,
wow.
and you have like the sentry boxes, and it is so cool. That is the closest thing to a castle that
Yeah.
I've been to, and it's really cool because it's crazy to think that those huge I guess I don't not buildings. We know what I mean. These like forts have been there for
Yeah.
centuries, and they're still
Yeah.
there. And
Yeah.
there's something really cool to, when you like get to see like history and like touch history.
Yeah.
I think that's the closest I've been to going to a castle, being to these forts. So I was really cool. I thought it was really cool the first time that I kind of realized that when I was old enough to realize that El Moro was in Pirates of the Caribbean. It's really cool when I actually realized that, like, oh my gosh, I've been there. So, but good morning, Farheen. Thanks so much for joining us this morning or afternoon or evening, depending on where you live. The roaming princess, good morning. Thanks so much for joining us. We actually started a little late this morning, and we're actually at the hour. We typically do this from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern. Today we kind of did from like 11:30 to like 12:30. But oh my goodness, we've got castles and coliseums near us.
Colosseum. I'm
Ooh.
baffled. I'm coming up your way as soon as I'm allowed to.
Yes, I love that. Oh, Farheen saying to, that there's a Taj Mahal in India. That is, yeah, I can only imagine how like crazy, amazing it would be to
I
actually
know.
see that in person. Oh my gosh. But it looks like we have one more question before we wrap up. I don't want to keep you guys here all day. I would
Yeah.
love to. We always have a great time.
This is from Primark
Oh,
from
I'm gonna
last
make it
year,
full screen so that we can
and
see it
it's
better.
just got little boxes. I had to do the maths this morning. I put it there, and I was like, no one's gonna notice, but my dog's noticed.
Haha. Oh, well,
So
it's
cute.
super cute. Um, so Lizzie, what do you have coming up in your channel?
I had to write it down because I'm back in Vlogmas mode, so I've got a video every single day. So tomorrow I've got a really strange vlog. So I've talked about it a lot. The UK was England was in a full lockdown for 4 weeks. So for 3 weeks of those, I did a vlog. So enjoy watching me sit at my computer and film all my Vlogmas videos because I filmed them all during that lockdown. And then on Tuesday, I'm making a Disney gingerbread house with my mom. That went about as well as the last 10 minutes of Bake Off when everyone's trying to hold on to like what they've made and make sure it doesn't fall apart.
Yeah.
Just spoiler alert, it didn't go very well. And then I'm opening the Beauty and the Beast Wishables on Wednesday, finally. I mean, I opened them like a month ago because, pre-filming, but everybody
Yeah.
gets to see what I've got. But Mel, you already know what I've got. And then I've got a box swap with Jodie and Laura, who were in the chat earlier, which I'm very excited about. Finally decorating my tree on Friday, which, spoiler alert, you can already see behind me anyway. And then I've got a very mixed video on Saturday. It's a mystery unboxing of the snowman pins that the parks did, the Christmas Carol snow globes that the Disney store did, and also the Disney remix figures, which Park Pioneer aren't allowed to watch for another week or two, so don't watch that video. And then Sunday I've got gadgets and gizmos, so I'm going to be showing my non-Disney Plus collection.
Oh, that's
And yes,
awesome.
the stream is on my channel next week.
Yes, Meg Thursday got you covered. But like, and don't forget next week on Lizzie's channel.
They just know that I never remember to promote this.
It's okay, we got you, girl. Well, for me, I have a couple things coming up this week. I'm still doing my Wednesdays and Saturdays uploads. I might add an extra day in the week. Since I'm not doing Vlogmas this year, I might just do an extra video. So instead of doing 2 videos a week, I might do 3 videos a week. So we'll see. So I have a Christmas card exchange video. This was a collaboration with 19 other channels. So I'll be sharing the cards that I got and what they wrote and whatnot. I think it's really cool. I've never done anything like this. I think it's very sweet. I love getting Christmas cards. So I'll have that coming up. I also have, I believe it's on Monday. I have an ornament swap as well, and then I am going to be working on editing my video for the Disney Pin Advent Calendar, which I did get. So I'm going to be working on that as well. So yeah, definitely a couple of things coming up. I just have to kind of see what's going to come out first. But first, we're going to see that Christmas card video too. Yeah, so it's fun times on that. On the
It's a
16th, Lizzie
very
and I,
fun time of year.
yeah. And on the 16th, Lizzie and I have our own box swap going up. So it's
Do.
coming up
And
in a
there's a
little.
little spoiler behind you.
Oh, hold on, wrong side. All right, let me show you guys. So actually, let me. Well, it has like ears on top, but I think the one ear is kind of hiding. But I thought that that stocking was so adorable, and I just had to make it part of my little background here. Lizzie sent me, oh my gosh, so many amazing things. That is just one of them right there. So on the 16th, you'll see what we sent to each other. Something really fun about our box swap is that there was really no specifics. It was just kind of
No.
like, it's kind of
We
like,
just
okay,
set a budget and was like, go.
yeah, we were like, just everything I saw. I had been gathering stuff for Lizzie for like months, and just to give you a little spoiler, none of what it's in there, but sending this box to Lizzie was $83 just shipping. So you can imagine I sent her,
Yeah.
you know,
I
a
think
few
mine
things.
was 63, which is probably roughly the same from pounds to dollars. I
Exactly.
remember I was in the post office and I see this woman at least once every 2 weeks, and she was like, "Do you want to put it into 2 boxes? Because it would be cheaper if it was across 2 boxes." And I was like, "I don't have 2 boxes. I have 1 box." She was like, "Come on, come back another day." I was like, "No, it's fine." Because the thing is, splitting it over 2 boxes will not save much money. The only time I do that is if I physically don't have a big enough box for what I'm trying to ship. Like,
Yeah.
what I've sent to Park Pioneer, I couldn't fit everything in the box, so they've got a separate thing that's been sent the same day. And knowing our post service, they will arrive like a week apart or something.
Yeah. So I agree with you. It's one of those things, even if I split it, because I mean, if it's a smaller package, it'll be cheaper, but then it's kind of like, how much am I really saving? And then I have to,
Yeah, you've still got to have two, and then what if one arrives in time for the box swap and then the other one doesn't arrive in time for the box swap? What do you do? Just like film half the box?
yeah. So you guys will have to see until the 16th. It's just a little sneak peek. So I was really excited when I got Lizzie's box, and I was really excited when she got my box. I just think that we hooked each other up, and it's
We
stuff that
did.
we didn't even know we wanted until we saw the items. We're like, I didn't know I wanted this, but I need this in my life. Thank you.
And I've been particularly helping you while you've been working at home, but I'm guessing you're going back to the office this week. Are you back tomorrow?
That is the plan. That is the plan, unless I get a last minute text saying, guess what, guys? We're not going to the office yet. That's how it was last week. Like Sunday night, I got a text at 7 p.m. from my boss, and she's like, oh, yeah, you're working from home starting next week for the week. I'm like,
We kind of had that back in March. They'd already asked us to start taking our laptops home just in case. And I left at 5, and they were like, yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. By the time I got home, my phone was ringing, so I got it out of my bag and I answered, and it was my boss, and they was like, oh yeah, while you've been driving home, we've decided we're not going in tomorrow. And we thought, it would be a couple of weeks, and that was March 17th.
oh, wow.
The plan is apparently January, but I'll believe it when I see it. Ooh, I've just
Well, that's it. With that said, guys, I think that's the end of the show for today. That was like,
It
all
was like
right,
a
girl.
mic drop.
So, all right, girl, mic drop. That's it. On that note, I hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday and a wonderful week. And then we'll be with you guys again next Sunday on Lizzie's channel, 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. British Standard Time. And we'll see
And
you
good
then.
luck to everybody going out for Mini this week, as it's
Yes.
all of us going for it this week.
Yes, definitely a lot of pixie dust coming at you or for you guys, or you know what I mean. All right, so thanks so much for joining us today. We'll see you guys next week.
Bye.
Bye.